Hi there, my name is Jay, and here's what happened this week in Hearthstone. Let's get right into it. Welcome to Friday. It's another week closer to the new expansion being released. It's another week closer to the 10-year anniversary events. A couple of things just to go over on this wonderful Friday evening. Listen, I know that some of you are not on Twitter and some of you just get your news from other sources. I'm sure you've seen this, but just in case, Celestalon announced that with this expansion patch this week that came through, there's another secret, and the secret is really cool. I will put a link to the secret Discord that you all should be checking out. There are machines in there just building out, trying to figure out what these secrets are. If you get these secrets finished, obviously this card back that I'm showing you is released. These secrets are not for the faint of heart. These are difficult. At least the last one was. I am let's see, I think the Discord has 2 of the 4 found. One of them is pretty easy. The other one is a little tough. You need to know your Hearthstone cards. So I'll throw some links in there. Go into the Discord, see if you could help out. They're just, it's crazy to see how much digging they're doing, what they're doing to find these secrets. And Celestalon, you and whoever else builds these things, it's amazing. I love them. I wish I could see them much more often, so I appreciate you. Whizzbang is already broken. So Whizzbang is one of the new legendary cards. It's an amazing card. It sets up to where if you have this in, to make a deck, it turns your deck into randomness. So every time you play the game, you will get one of these card decks, if you will. And one of the things they said today, or maybe it was yesterday, I apologize, the copycat deck of this option, it's not going to be in there right now. They didn't state yet whether or not they were going to add it later on or just scrap it completely, but something's not working. But with the other options, I don't think you're going to miss it. Whizzbang, when it first came out in the first iteration of the card, it was super fun. You had a choice of several different decks, and this is just really cool. The amount of things that we'll be able to do with this is going to be very cool, and I cannot wait to play this. I'm fine with Copycat Deck, that option being out for right now. I didn't see this right away. I wanted to make sure because we have a bunch of stuff going on, a lot of stuff going on for the 10 years. There's a bunch of items that I wanted to make sure that everybody was on the same page with. Number one is we've seen a couple of reveals during the announcement and, during the first day, but nothing yet. The next reveals start on the 20th. And I believe it's like 1, sometimes 2 a day or what have you. I'm sure there'll be much deeper cadence once we go into the 20th. But right now, in case you haven't seen anything for a few days, it will be the 20th. Don't forget that the February 27th is when the new event happens, the in-game event where you do, certain quests to get the gems, to get all of the cool stuff like the golden cards for the new cards that were given to us, the presents. And then also that's when the Hearthstone anniversary event starts and it's beginning. I would imagine there'll be a lot of cool stuff that we'll get to see there. March 11th is the actual 10-year anniversary, and that's when you'll be able to get that legendary quest for the 10-year card back. You'll also be able to have the opportunity to get the anniversary coin. The soundtracks will be released. And obviously there's community day drops in a 24-hour period. You'll be able to get drops. We have no idea of what the drops are going to be yet. It'll be interesting to see if I see anything different or find out information before March 11th on the what was going to be dropped on Community Day, and that's by watching Twitch streamers. I will definitely let you know here. But just to keep an eye on some of the things that are going on. This is a great little breakdown, and of course you could always keep it tuned to me, and I'll tell you. That's not a problem. Let's talk about this though. Let's talk about Corridor Sleeper. And, I did not do a lot of filming this week. I didn't do anything besides work, but while I was working, I was hearing what the discourse was about Corridor Sleeper. And this is the card that if you pre-purchase the expansion right now, you'll be able to play. You're not able to craft it. The only way you're able to get it right now today is if you buy the expansion. And while I don't have a problem with this particular card being this option, Corridor Sleeper, to me, it's not a great card, and others have said that it's not the greatest card. It's not game-breaking. I'm hoping they do not keep this precedent going. I'm hoping that this is a test. Ridiculous Hat did say that they were, keeping a close eye on what the feedback was. I have not seen one person that said, oh yeah, it's a great thing, let's keep on doing it. I'm not a fan of it. I'm turned off of games to where they're completely pay to win, and I've always been really happy and healthy about spending money on Hearthstone, knowing that it wasn't pay to win. And they've been getting better with all the cool things that they're giving you, catch-up packs, and they're giving the opportunity to get more packs than I've ever seen since I've been playing Hearthstone. But I do not like us gatekeeping cards, or having cards gatekeeped to us without spending money, and I'm not a fan about it. Give us the opportunity to make that money for you with cosmetics or other items or what have you. Don't hold it to where cards should be played. I was a little wishy-washy last week when I said let's see how it goes, but just the more I think about it, the more it's not a great thing. I'm hoping that this is a test, and they looked at the test, and at the end of the test, they're like, yeah, that's not working. User sentiment is terrible, and we don't want to do it anymore, especially if the card's broken. Corridor Sleeper I can deal with. Imagine if it's a card that you need to be able to play. There's a game right now that it is very expensive to get the cards that come out each new card release, and it's very important to be getting that card right up front. And some decks and some archetypes are built around those new cards that are coming out. I'm not a fan of doing that. I want to be able to have the opportunity to play this. There's so many other things that Blizzard can be doing to monetize the game without putting in a pre-order expansion bonus of playing cards early. Just not a fan of it. I want to talk about value too, because I saw some things coming up about the value of these cards, and there's a lot of new cool things that showed up in the shop, the in-game shop today. And to me, I can break it down that value is absolutely subjective. Traditional theory of value maintains that an object's value is determined by the amount of labor and cost, the resources that went into making it. If I make this item and it costs me 5 hours, I'm going to sit there and say it's worth however many my hourly, per hour workload is. That's traditional theory of value. I'm going to price it based on how long it took me to work it. But for a lot of these things, it's subjective, and the value of an object should not be fixed by the amount of resources and the hours that went into it. It's by the perspective of the users, and I have a couple of options, a couple of examples on that. It's determined, or it should be determined, by the individual who buys it or sells it. I'm not saying that all things that are in, this type of entity in digital card games or what have you, there isn't time and labor that goes into it. I'm saying just the value of some of these items in the shop. Okay, so questionable value to me, and I buy a lot of the cosmetics. I buy every set that comes out. I usually buy both bundles. I will spend more money on skins and cosmetics because I love the game and I love the artwork. I want to do that. To me, I might spend more money than someone that's completely free-to-play player and he doesn't want to spend any money whatsoever. These right here, 5 packs and a signature card for $50. For some, that's just absolutely out of the question. No, I'm not spending $50 for 5 packs and this, one of these 2 cards. For others, they might be, oh wow, yeah, absolutely. Look at the value of the one above that, the Showdown and the Legends Signature Bundle, where you get a signature and you get 5 packs for $20. Is that more or less valuable? To one person, it might be super valuable, and to another, and be like, no, I'm not going to do that. Me personally, I spend money. If this was a signature card of one that I really love the art, or really played with the card a lot, or really, wanted to complete my collection, forking out $50 for this would be a no-brainer. But to some, that's way too much. Way too much. In some countries, it's even worse than that. But, to others, they would sit there and look at that $20 bundle and say, whoa, 5 packs and a signature that I don't get to choose, that's just, it's not worth it to me. It's just something to think about. And this other one that came up too, Twist. Having 2 signature cards plus 10 packs is $20. That's amazing value if you looked at what it was for the standard versions. But it's an option that I don't normally play. I don't play Twist right now. Do I see maybe going into Twist later on? Absolutely, but just not right now. I'm just not into that mode right now. I don't have enough time to play or whatnot. But some, they might be like, wow, $20 for that? Sign me up. I will play Twist because of it. So this is all subjective. The value of all of these items after the initial, hey, this is how much it took us to build and how to create or what have you, it's all based on the user. And if you line up 5 people in the room, 5 people will say, 3 people will say, yes, this is absolute great value, and the other 2 will be like, no, it's a terrible value. So it's all in the eye of the beholder, if you will. And I bring this up only because, we're sitting there and trying to make sure that we have this discourse, and people are looking at, oh, you have to do this, it's pay to win, it's pay to win, it's been pay to win. I'm fine with having the subjective value of all of these cards and all of these cosmetics. I'm fine with that. I'd be okay with that. But let's sit there instead of worrying about what can we get away with in the initial pre-release part, to where cards could be, gate kept into that situation to where you need to play those cards. I mean, you need to buy the expansion in order to play those cards. Let's get rid of that theory. Make more art and make more items you can add to. I was shocked that I went through and I saw the expansion release announcement and didn't see anything about catch-up packs. Now, the last time we had a set that had the catch-up packs, they weren't talked about until the end of the cycle of when it was being sold. So we didn't even know catch-up packs existed until the last couple of weeks. Maybe it was the last week of the expansion launching. So, this might be the same thing. They're just not ready to show it to us yet. And those that bought the pre-order might have those catch-up packs. We don't know yet. But yeah, don't gatekeep cards. If you're going to figure out what you can get away with that makes you the money that you need to make, go into the art, go into really cool things that, whether I have it or not, it doesn't dictate how well I'll be able to play in the game. Just keep the playing field as even as possible. And I think out of everything around here, out of all the games right now that are out there and being talked about, this Hearthstone is one of the best ones to do that. And no others kind of even can hold a candle. Hey, candle, look, all the candles. They can't hold a candle to how good it is, to where you can pick up this game without spending 79 cents and be able to compete with those that have a full collection. It's just very cool. Don't forget, and I'm sorry for rambling before, I have the giveaway. Every expansion, out of my own pocket, since I've become a content creator, I do at least one bundle giveaway. And I will link in the description below the video that I'm, putting out for that giveaway. So just go into that video, like it, make sure you're subscribed, because this is for subscribers. And just get yourself entered into this in case you don't want to spend any money. If I get 500 subs, I think it's a tough goal to reach, but if I get 500 subs of this giveaway, besides the regular bundle, I will also give away a mega bundle. So, and I'll probably keep on doing that. If I have 1,000 subs, I'll probably do 2. I'm reaching here. I'm trying to give myself goals and give some of you guys incentive to be able to tell your friends, and I got a cool channel and I'm looking to get, more subscribers or whatnot. So please, if you like what I'm doing, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Sorry I rambled before. I love Hearthstone. I love all of you, and I will see you all in the next video.